The farmhouse has long symbolized warmth, simplicity, and a deep connection to the land. Today, those same values are inspiring a modern housing movement, the rise of tiny house villages. This video will take you on a journey that begins with the timeless charm of farmhouse roots and transitions to the innovative lifestyle of tiny communities. We'll review every detail from the exterior architecture to the interior design, showing how tradition and modern ingenuity come together in spaces that prove small can still feel expansive. Farmhouses were historically designed for practicality and durability, built with wide porches, pitched roofs, and natural materials like wood and stone. These architectural roots continue to influence the aesthetics of modern tiny homes. By embracing farmhouse elements such as board and batten siding, barn-style doors, and gabled roofs, tiny houses manage to capture that same timeless feel while remaining compact. It's this blending of history and innovation that creates a familiar yet fresh design language, grounding new builds in the comfort of tradition. When you first see a farmhouse-inspired tiny home, the exterior immediately sets the tone. White painted wood siding, black framed windows, and rustic trim details echo the farmhouse look while maintaining modern lines. Tiny porches or pergolas add charm and usability, giving even the smallest footprint a welcoming entry. Landscaping, often with native plants or vegetable patches, ties the structure to its surroundings, much like traditional farmhouses did. The result is a space that feels organic, timeless, and inviting from the very first glance. Farmhouses often feature steep, pitched roofs that allow rain and snow to shed easily while creating additional loft space inside. Tiny houses inspired by this tradition carry on the same idea. Metal roofing in shades of charcoal or rustic red brings durability and charm, while also reflecting light for energy efficiency. Dormer windows or skylights often break up the roofline, adding character while bringing natural light into the compact interior. This balance between form and function is where farmhouse roots shine in tiny living. Large, strategically placed windows are a hallmark of farmhouse design, and they play an even bigger role in tiny homes. Since every square foot matters, windows do double duty, expanding visual space while letting in ample daylight. Black-trimmed or wood-framed panes create that rustic modern mix, while sliding or casement windows maximize airflow. The result is a tiny house that feels open, airy, and connected to its outdoor surroundings, much like how farmhouse windows once overlooked wide fields and open skies. From Dutch doors to barn-style sliders, farmhouse doors carry a sense of character that translates beautifully into tiny homes. Many tiny houses adopt sliding barn doors on tracks, not only for their aesthetic but also to save space inside. Entry doors often feature glass panels, bringing more light into the home while offering a cozy glimpse of the interior. These design choices ensure the threshold feels special. More than just an entry, it's a welcoming gesture that ties inside and outside together seamlessly. Farmhouse roots remind us that living extends beyond the four walls. Tiny houses continue this tradition with exterior accents such as wraparound decks, small patios, or rooftop terraces. Even in a tiny house village, these outdoor spaces become essential gathering points, where neighbors connect and nature is enjoyed. Planters, rocking chairs, or even a swing add personality, reinforcing the farmhouse ethos of warmth and hospitality. These thoughtful details extend the footprint of the house without taking up extra square footage. What makes tiny house living even more compelling is the rise of tiny house villages. Much like farming communities of the past, these villages are built on connection and shared resources. Instead of sprawling farmland, residents share gardens, workshops, and common spaces. The sense of togetherness reflects farmhouse roots, neighbors supporting neighbors, creating a lifestyle that prioritizes sustainability, affordability, and human connection. These villages are living proof that tiny homes are not just individual dwellings but part of a larger cultural shift. Step inside a farmhouse-inspired tiny home, and the charm continues. Interiors often use a palette of white walls, soft grays, and warm wood tones to create a bright, open feel. Shiplap siding, exposed beams, and rustic light fixtures add texture and character, echoing farmhouse authenticity. Despite the compact size, the thoughtful design ensures that the space feels expansive and welcoming. It's a continuation of the exterior promise, a space rooted in tradition but built for modern comfort. The living area of a tiny house is often multifunctional but still exudes farmhouse charm. A built-in bench with hidden storage, a cozy love seat, or even a reclaimed wood coffee table can define the space. Neutral textiles, cotton, linen, or wool, bring warmth without overwhelming. Large windows ensure plenty of light, keeping the space from feeling confined. Here, the farmhouse aesthetic blends seamlessly with practical design, offering a space where family and friends can gather, just as they did in traditional farmhouses. In both farmhouses and tiny houses, the kitchen is the true heart of the home. Despite limited square footage, farmhouse-inspired tiny kitchens maximize efficiency with open shelving, apron front sinks, and butcher block countertops. Space-saving solutions such as foldable tables or pull-out cutting boards extend functionality. The rustic charm of exposed wood paired with modern appliances creates a blend of old and new. Whether preparing a simple meal or hosting friends, this kitchen captures the essence of warmth and utility. Farmhouse life always included shared meals, and tiny homes carry this tradition through clever dining designs. Fold-down tables, window-facing bars, or small breakfast nooks make the most of every inch. Benches with storage or built-in seating double as functional furniture, saving valuable space. Add a farmhouse touch with simple linens, rustic dishware, or vintage-inspired lighting. Even in compact form, the dining area remains a central part of tiny living, echoing the farmhouse tradition of gathering around the table. Sleeping spaces in tiny homes often take the form of lofts, a natural evolution of farmhouse practicality. Just as attics once provided extra sleeping quarters, lofts maximize vertical space today. Cozy bedding, wood accents, and small nightstands give the loft a farmhouse feel, while skylights or dormer windows keep it bright and airy. Even with its compact footprint, the loft becomes a sanctuary, blending rustic coziness with modern functionality in a way that feels both intimate and refreshing. Tiny house bathrooms are proof that small doesn't mean compromising on style. Farmhouse-inspired designs might include subway tiles, vintage-style fixtures, and sliding barn doors for privacy. Compact vanities often feature vessel sinks paired with matte black or brass hardware. Space-saving shower designs, sometimes with glass doors to keep things open, bring in practicality. Even here, touches of wood or natural stone add warmth, making the bathroom not just functional but a small retreat within the home. Farmhouses were always about function, and tiny houses embraced this with smart storage solutions. Built-in shelving, understair drawers, and hidden compartments make the most of every nook and cranny. Open shelving with rustic wood planks mirrors farmhouse kitchens, while woven baskets or vintage crates add charm. These clever solutions not only keep the space tidy but also reinforce the farmhouse principle of simplicity: everything has a place, and every piece serves a purpose. When it comes to decor, tiny homes inspired by farmhouses often combine vintage finds with modern minimalism. A distressed wood table paired with sleek chairs, or a rustic chandelier above a clean-lined sofa, captures the essence of balance. Neutral color palettes are often accented with soft pastels or earthy greens. Handmade touches, quilts, pottery, or woven rugs, add a layer of authenticity. The decor ties the farmhouse past to the modern present, creating a cozy, timeless aesthetic in every corner. Both farmhouses and tiny houses share a respect for sustainability. Historically, farmhouses used local, natural materials, and tiny houses today embrace eco-friendly design. Solar panels, rainwater catchment systems, and composting toilets are common, especially in village settings. Repurposed wood, recycled materials, and energy-efficient appliances further reduce environmental impact. This sustainable approach is not just practical but also deeply tied to farmhouse values, living in harmony with the land and minimizing waste. In tiny house villages, interiors often reflect the community spirit outside. Common houses may include shared kitchens, lounges, or workshops, where farmhouse-inspired design continues. Inside private homes, design choices emphasize connection, open layouts, shared dining, and cozy seating areas all encourage togetherness. Just as farmhouses once gathered families under one roof, tiny homes encourage closeness, both within the family unit and across the wider village. This sense of community transforms a house into a home. Living in a farmhouse-inspired tiny home isn't just about the structure, it's about the lifestyle. Residents enjoy the simplicity of fewer possessions, the closeness of community, and the freedom of financial independence. Outdoor gardens, shared workshops, and communal spaces echo the self-sufficient roots of farm life, while offering modern conveniences. The lifestyle celebrates balance, a life rich in connection, but light in material burden. It's this blend of simplicity and richness that makes tiny house villages so appealing. From farmhouse roots to tiny house villages, we see how tradition continues to inspire innovation. The same principles that shaped farmhouses, functionality, sustainability, and community, are alive and thriving in today's tiny homes. By honoring history while embracing modern solutions, these spaces show us that home is not about size, but about connection, warmth, and intention. Whether standing alone or as part of a village, farmhouse-inspired tiny houses prove that the heart of home has always been, and always will be, about living meaningfully.